Hi Aries, welcome to your love reading for January 2019. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I already shuffled the decks for you. We are going to do the usual 9-card spread with confirmation, but I'm also going to do a love reading for you for the year 2019. This is going to be basically like just a spread for 2019, but I am posting a much longer reading for you on Vimeo. I'll put a link down below. This will be a 3-spread video. We will cover the first spread, we will cover January, February, March, and April of 2019. And the second spread, we're going to cover May, June, July, and August of 2019. And then the last spread, we will cover September, October, November, and December. So it's going to be a much more in-depth reading if you need some extra help with your love life. Again, I'll put a link to it down below because it is on Vimeo. And again, if you would like a private reading with me for your own personal situation, you can just go to my website, channelguidance.com. I'll also put a link down below to my Facebook account. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. I've already shuffled the decks. Let's see what comes up for you for the month of January. Okay, let's start with 9 cards. This is a love reading for the sign of Aries for January 2019. You have the Empress. Love reading for the sign of Aries for January. 5 of Coins. Love reading for the sign of Aries for January. Knight of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Aries for January. King of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Aries for January. 7 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Aries for January. Strength. Love reading for the sign of Aries for January. The World. Love reading for the sign of Aries for January. 2 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Aries for January. Ace of Coins. Okay, what's the most important thing that Aries needs to hear about their love life for January 2019? You have the Moon. So I feel like the Moon is telling you to be careful. The Moon can represent deceit, but I feel like in this case it could be self-deceit because you do have a lot of confusion here with the 7 of Cups. The Moon could be that there's a lot of maybe things that are hidden about your relationship, things that are hidden about your partner that could be coming to light. Usually with the Moon, you're not in the know, but things are usually revealed. So we'll come back to this to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's focus on the first 3 cards. So you have the Empress, the 5 of Coins, and the Knight of Swords. So, I mean, the fact that you're starting with the Empress of all cards tells me that in January, you have the potential for the ideal relationship, because to me the Empress, this is even better than the Lover's card, because sometimes the Lover's card doesn't mean you have to choose between 2 people. You're torn. The Empress, this is someone that gives you everything you've ever wanted and then some. It does represent marriage, children, a happy home, stability, abundance, everything you've ever wanted. You know, I do see like someone is lacking, like you're not getting this. You have the 5 of Coins. And it could be, you know, that maybe you wanted this with someone, but for some reason you're really hurting because someone has shut you out of their lives. I'm getting a lot of messages on Facebook from people like, you know, someone has just completely disappeared on me. They changed their number. They blocked me on Facebook. This is that kind of energy where you don't understand why somebody has completely shut you out emotionally and you're really hurting over this. Because you start with the Empress, I feel like you can still have this with this person. The Knight of Swords, this is further adding that there can be a very unexpected change. The Knight of Swords does mean that things can change very quickly. So one minute you could really be hurting because you don't understand why somebody has shut you out, why somebody has walked away from you, why somebody has pushed you away. Well, with the Knight of Swords, this means that things, again, change very unexpectedly. Again, with the Moon being the main energy, there could be something that you don't know. This means that you are in the dark about something. So in the second row here, you've got a Court card, King of Cups, 7 of Cups, Strength. So you have a water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It could be male or female, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It can even be you if you have a Moon or a Rising sign and a water sign. So, I mean, what I see here, I feel like this represents you. I mean, especially because you have it next to the 7 of Cups, which is emotion. It could be that you're feeling really emotional right now, which does tie in with the 5 of Coins up there. You could be feeling really emotional about your love life because you're so confused. I feel like you don't understand what it is that's happening in your relationship or in your marriage right now. The Seven of Cups means, you know, there's perhaps a lot of choices, or you're just really lost. You're very emotional. The Strength card is telling you to stay strong and really hang in there. The Strength card is a major arcana telling you can't let your negative thoughts get the best of you. So because it's here, it could be that you're starting to give in to negativity. It just seems like there's something you don't know. I mean, this card really stands out. The Moon is a major arcana. There's something maybe you don't understand about your situation. The Moon also represents confusion, so again, ties in with the Seven of Cups. The Strength card is telling you to be brave and hang in there. Because again, there could be things that you don't know. Maybe you don't know why someone is pushing you away. Now down here you've got the World, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So, I mean, the World is telling you that there's a, you know, the end of a difficult situation is near. The World represents a new cycle, closing a door to an old chapter in your life, and this could be a chapter that you do not like, you know, a chapter where there's a lot of confusion and a lot of pain. There is some waiting involved. You have the Two of Wands, which usually means that there's some type of delay, maybe in this coming to you. So you have an ending here and then a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. This can even be a new relationship for some of you, if that is what you want. If maybe, like, you know, someone has left your life and you really don't want them back. For those of you, that it could be that the Moon is telling you you have no idea what's coming up for you in 2019. It could be that there's a perfect relationship, the Empress, someone that gives you everything you've ever wanted. In that case, this would be a new relationship and, you know, a whole new love story for you with the World. Something is coming to you with the Two of Wands, but it does represent waiting and delays. Okay, so let's get a few more cards. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for January 2019? You have the Lovers. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries? Six of Coins. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries? The Hangman. So these three cards. So you have the Lovers, a major arcana, the Hangman, a major arcana, with the Six of Coins in the middle. So, I mean, this is telling me that, you know, love is very close to you. I mean, the Lovers, this is a significant relationship. This is someone you feel really passionate about. This can even be your life partner. I mean, the fact that you have the Empress as well, I feel like this is, you know, this person is like the one for you. But there's stuck energy around this. You have the Hangman. You might feel like, you know, this person is putting things off. You do have the Two of Wands here, which represents delays, like you're waiting for someone. The Hangman means that you're just, you know, there's stuck energy around your love life. The good news is that you have the Six of Coins. The Six of Coins is telling you that you will be getting what you deserve. Yes, you know, you might still be feeling this energy of the Hangman and feeling in limbo. But the Six of Coins, this is you finally receiving, you finally getting out of this stuck energy and actually getting the relationship that you've been waiting for. So I feel like that first row up there, you know, what we started with, the beginning of the reading, the Empress, the Five of Coins, and the Knight of Swords, this could be that this is what we're seeing. There's an ideal relationship for you. You could be really hurt and you're not knowing what happened. With the Knight of Swords, things can change very quickly for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for January 2019? You have Justice. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for January? The Four of Pentacles. Messages for Aries for January. And you have Strength, which is a repeat card because it's right here. Okay, what's the most important message that Aries needs to hear about their love life for January 2019? The Page of Pentacles. So this is telling you whatever it is that's going on in your love life, especially because you have the Hangman, which means that you might feel stuck. You might feel like you're in limbo or someone has shut you out of their life. The Page of Pentacles is telling you, look very closely at this. What is this trying to tell you? The Page of Pentacles is about studying your situation, opening your eyes, because remember, the main energy from the other deck was the Moon. There could be something you don't know. There could be some ugly truth about your relationship or your partner that you don't know. Really keep your eyes open. Really learn from what's going on in your situation here so that you can get what you deserve. You actually have the Justice card. You have Justice card, Four of Pentacles, and Strength, with Strength being a repeat card here. So, I mean, you have justice, which means for some of you, it could be that, someone can realize that they have been treating you unfairly. That is the energy of justice. There's been an injustice. Someone has just not been very kind to you. They've mistreated you. This could be an apology coming to you. And it could be that you don't trust this person anymore with the Four of Pentacles. You may just want to protect yourself. This is holding back. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles means that you just may feel like, I can't let this person in anymore. They hurt me. I mean, you got the Four of Pentacles here, the Five of Pentacles over there. But remember that you do have strength 2 times. This is a repeat card. Whatever it is that's going on with you in January, you're being told to hang in there, be strong. And the strength card is mostly about not giving in to negativity, not giving in to anger, hostility, all those kind of lower emotions. You're being told to stay strong and try to take the high road with whatever's going on in your love life. So I feel like, there's some confusion around you. But I feel like you already know who you want to be with. I mean, you've got the Empress and the Lovers. It just seems like there's a relationship that needs to work itself out, where there's been some ups and downs. But the Knight of Swords is saying things can change very quickly. Okay, so let's get into the spread now for the year 2019. Again, I'm going to use this deck, and this is going to be for the entire year. Okay, what's coming up for the sign of Aries for the year 2019? What's coming up for Aries for 2019? What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? What's coming up for Aries for 2019? What's coming up for the sign of Aries for the year 2019? What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? What's coming up for the sign of Aries 2019? What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? Okay, so let me get these out of the way. And I will be using confirmation deck as well for the yearly reading, so we can see if anything repeats itself. This will be something that you really have to keep in mind for the entire year. Okay, so let's see what's coming up for you. What's coming up for the sign of Aries for the year 2019? You have the King of Cups. What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? The Sun. What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? The Ten of Cups. What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? The Five of Pentacles. What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? Jumping card here. Actually, there's 2. You have the High Priestess. And you have the Two of Pentacles. What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? You have the King of Swords. What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? You have the Empress. What's coming up for Aries for the year 2019? And you have the Four of Cups. Okay, so let's see what we get from all this. I'm already seeing that you have some repeat cards. I know you had a water sign in January, in the January spread. So this could be something that's, that starts in, again, this is a spread for the entire year, but I mean, repeat water sign, repeat Five of Pentacles, repeat the Empress. It could be that in 2019. This could be where you find your perfect relationship. Okay, so let's start at the top. You have the King of Cups, the Sun, and the Ten of Cups. So for some of you, because I know that you had a water sign in the reading for January, and it's the first card. So, I mean, for some of you, there can be a water sign that's really significant to you. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. But it could also just be that you're really emotional, and you could also just be really in touch with your emotions, which is really going to help you with making decisions in your love life. You have the Sun. You have the Sun, a major arcana. This is telling you that you have a lot of positive energy around your love life for the year 2019. You have the Ten of Cups next to that. So the Ten of Cups, this is your happily ever after. I mean, seeing the Sun next to the Ten of Cups, this is telling me that in 2019, like, this is where you can actually have your happily ever after. You have a lot of positive energy helping you here with the Sun right next to it. Again, I feel like for some of you, either a water sign is involved, or you're really in touch with your emotions to where you really know what you have to do to find, you know, this partner, the Ten of Cups, which could be, this is a marriage card, but it's also just a card of you being immensely happy. Now here, it gets a little trickier. Five of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Two of Pentacles. I believe these are all jumping cards. So the Five of Pentacles is a repeat card because you had it in January. And it does represent, you know, you might be feeling kind of lonely. You might be feeling like, you know, this, you know, person that you're with is just not the same. They're just not open to you anymore. They're not really sharing their feelings with you. And you might have a really tough decision to make. You have the Two of Pentacles. It could be that you're having to decide whether you're staying or going. You do have the High Priestess saying you know what to do. This is a card of intuition. I mean, that could be why you have the King of Cups up here. Because some of you are really just, you're in touch with your emotions, which means you're in touch with your intuition. But I mean, it could also be that you have the Two of Pentacles, because there could be a relationship that you're in where there's a lot of ups and downs and a lot of just kind of wishy-washy energy, which would explain why this card is here. So again, you still have, you know, a choice to make, because it seems like there's a relationship out there for you in 2019 where this is your happily ever after, the Ten of Cups. There's so much positive energy around it, the Sun. But you might be in another relationship where you're just suffering and you don't need to be. You're going to have to really use your intuition when maybe trying to make a decision about where you belong or whether you need to work this out with the person you're with. Now look at this bottom row. You've got another court card here. You've got the King of Swords, which would be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Male or female, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, this is interesting because I mean, you've got a very positive card. You've got the Empress. This is a repeat card. You just had it in January. Again, this is telling you that there is someone around you that this person can give you everything you've ever wanted and then some. This is a card of just feeling like you're completely fulfilled, and it could be that you could find this also with an air sign. Again, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But you have, you know, there is sad energy here and here. It's almost like for some of you, it could be that you're struggling in a relationship when really perhaps there's another relationship calling you. Maybe that's why you have the Two of Pentacles, where you've got to decide. Otherwise, everything everything stays up in the air. You can be extremely happy, or you can remain unhappy and unfulfilled. That's the Four of Cups. And for some of you, an air sign is the key here. Perhaps an air sign completes you. It is right next to the Empress. But then again, the King of Swords is, you know, kind of lined up here with the Five of Pentacles, which it could be someone making you miserable. Again, it's a general reading, so you're going to have to think, how does this apply to me? Okay, so let me get a few more cards. What else is coming up for the sign of Aries for 2019? We've got the Seven of Swords. What else is coming up for Aries for 2019? The Strength card. That's coming up for Aries for 2019. The Four of Pentacles. It seems a lot like the January reading. I'm pretty sure when I got confirmation, we had the Strength card at the Four of Pentacles, and now they're here again. Okay, that's always spooky, and it is a completely different deck and spread, but I mean, here it is. You've got the Seven of Swords. I mean, the Seven of Swords can represent deceit. Not for everyone. You're just going to have to think, you know, do I suspect my partner, or do I feel like someone's lying to me? Maybe you feel like they're lying about not wanting to be in a relationship. But it mostly feels like, to me, it mostly feels like, don't lie to yourself. Don't make excuses for someone. If someone keeps coming and going, and because I hear this so much in private readings, and I hear this so much on Facebook, people making excuses, you know, like, he cheated on me, but I know it's my fault. It's not your fault. Don't make excuses for someone. You are being told here that, you know, this is saying be very strong, stay brave, be compassionate. Again, it could be that you're dealing with self-deceit here. You could be tempted here to get angry with yourself. Some of you may be realizing that I've been making excuses for so-and-so, when really, again, it just seems like there's a chance for you in 2019 to be immensely happy, but not if you're working against yourself. With the Seven of Swords, you could be your own worst enemy. Someone here refuses to change. You've got the Four of Pentacles. This is someone that is just like, nope, I'm staying where I'm at. And this could be someone, again, I mean, 4 and 5 of Pentacles. I know we just had this, you had this in the January spread. There's an energy of someone holding back from you, resisting change. That's making you highly unhappy with the 4 of Pentacles. But you also have, sorry, the 5 of Pentacles. You also have the 4 of Cups, feeling unhappy, unfulfilled, bored. You may have to be really strong in admitting that, you know, there's something you don't want to see. That would be the 7 of Swords. Okay, let me get some confirmation for you. What other messages are there for Aries about their love life for 2019? What other messages are there for Aries about their love life for 2019? What other messages are there for Aries about their love life for 2019? Okay, a card just jumped. Messages for Aries about their love life. Okay, there were a whole bunch of cards. Hold on just a minute. But only one is turned over, so that's the one I'm going to show you, because there were actually 4 other cards. You know what? I'm just going to show you all of them so I don't leave you in suspense about what jumped. But there were 2 cards that really stood out. Okay, so let me just show you now before I get this out of the way. This is the first one. So this would be your energy, because you are a fire sign. Now, out of all the cards that jumped out, only one was turned over to where I could see it. The Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this is telling me that, you know, 2019 could be a time where things finally change for you. Things finally move. There's finally movement, positive movement. It's going to be up to you. The other cards that jumped, these are all jumping cards. I'm going to get a few more. I'll just show them to you like this. You've got the Magician. Again, this is, you know, what I was telling you about your energy popping up here. You're in control of what happens to you in 2019. Some of you got the 10 of Swords. It could be time to move on. It could be moving on from a relationship, maybe where you've been making excuses for someone. It could be it's just time to get past the pain. There is unhappiness, disappointment here. Perhaps, again, don't make excuses for someone. A lot of work to do with the 8 of Pentacles. So all just jumping cards. I'm going to put them back in there. All of them different places. If they come up again, then that's a real sign for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get 3. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for the year 2019? Knight of Cups. Messages for the sign of Aries for 2019. Judgment. Messages for Aries for 2019. The 9 of Wands. Okay, so, you know, what I see here, I mean, there's definitely like movement in your love life in 2019. The Knight of Cups, this could be someone romancing you, wanting to sweep you off your feet. It seems like you have to allow this in. The Judgment card, this is telling you that there's a second chance for you to be happy. So you could be that maybe you feel like you failed in a relationship or in a marriage, and you think, well, that's, you know, it's over for me now. I'm never going to find someone else. Be open to finding somebody else. I mean, even if you're still in an unhappy relationship, because I see someone holding back here with the 9 of Wands. This is being extremely paranoid. You don't trust. You just want to protect yourself. Don't be too overprotective, especially if you're looking for new love, because there is some type of person coming in here who really just wants to love you and take care of you with the Knight of Cups. This is a very loving energy. There's a second chance for you to be happy. And for some of you, I mean, it can be with the same person that maybe you're in love with right now. But it could even just be that there's a second chance, as in a second, you know, another person. You do have 2 people in this spread. You've got the King of Cups here, a water sign, and then you've got an air sign. And even keep in mind that perhaps it's a fire sign. You had the Queen of Wands jump for you. So for some of you, it could be that there's choices to make in 2019. This can be your year. I mean, you have the Empress and the Sun. I mean, you could not ask for better cards here. You can have the ultimate relationship. It's just you're going to have to make decisions to move in that direction. Okay, Aries, this has been your love reading for January 2019 and for the year of 2019. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.